stream Q&A about living in Thailand. Nobody's in the room yet, so I'll wait for some people to come in the room. Let's see if I can see myself. There we go. Fuck off. G-Like Travels is live. Let's play this. Don't all rush at once. That's what I would like to say. What's that? Something there? I don't know. Let's get that little, try and get that little halo of light off me. Let's put it there. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Right, good evening everybody and welcome to G-Like Travels. My name is Greg, your host for today's live stream. If you haven't already checked out my YouTube channel, G-Like Travels, then please do go and check it out. I've just released a new video about a very disappointing hotel experience we had in Thailand. I hope I don't receive any defamation cases about this hotel. I try to be as factual as possible and not be critical. But yeah, it really wasn't a very good experience. However, it was very, very cheap. I only paid 1,800 baht for a 3-night stay. So that equates to around £13 a night. So yeah, cheap as chips. But we had a nice family of rats living outside our room. Yeah, we were on the ground floor, so it was almost like a dungeon. Yeah, we had very little natural light. The AC was terrible, didn't cool down the room. Thus, you couldn't have a very good night's sleep. On top of that, the hotel pool was closed for refurbishment. And it looked really nice in the pictures. That was the most annoying thing. It looked really nice in the pictures. I thought, yeah, this is a great deal. But yeah, it wasn't that good. Anyway, go and check it out on my channel. Yeah, the video is now live of that hotel. So, do we have anyone who would like to introduce themselves in the room? Please feel free to ask me any questions about, yeah, living in Thailand, about life in Thailand. Make sure that you smash that thumbs up button as well. So yeah, let's just wait around, see if we get a large influx of people. Doesn't seem to be many people in the room just as yet. So I'm just going to chill. Anybody here? Anybody here? There's nobody here. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. My name is Greg and you're watching G-Like Travels. So in today's live stream, I'm going to be having a Q&A about any of your questions about living in Thailand, about moving to Thailand. Anything you've got that you want to ask me, you can do so in the chat room here. So I've lived in Thailand, in Bangkok for over 11 years now. I've also traveled around the region a lot. So Vietnam, Malaysia, I lived in Singapore for 2 years, Philippines. So yeah, feel free to hit me up in the chat if you've got any questions about living here long term as an expat or traveling here as a tourist. Is there anybody in the room who would like to introduce themselves? Feel free to introduce yourselves in the chat, please. Otherwise, I don't know what to talk about. And I'm just going to, chatter about anything and everything that comes into my mind. So welcome guys if you are new to the live stream. My name is Greg and you're watching G-Like Travels. Please do go and check out my new long video on my channel. So we stayed in a hotel in Jomtien, Pattaya, and it was most disappointing. I think the highlight of our stay there was a family of rats that lived right outside our balcony doors. So please go and check out my channel. Check out all my videos there. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. That would be much appreciated. So is there anyone who would like to introduce themselves in the chat room? Or does anyone have any questions? Ginez Villa Lobos, hello, how are you doing? Nice to meet you too. Avery Joy, hello, nice to meet you too. Where are you ladies from? Good to have you in the room. Are you Filipino? Pinoy diba? See if I can see this here. Yeah, there's the chat. Sharul Suleiman, good evening. Welcome to my live stream. How are you doing today? So let me know where you guys are from. So Ginez is from the Philippines. Can you say my name? Avery Joy. There we go. I said it. Not too difficult to say. Whereabouts in the Philippines are you from, Ginez? Are you from Manila or a different part of the Philippines? I actually lived in Manila for about a year. Yeah, my son was born in Manila, in St. Luke's Hospital. And have you guys subscribed to my YouTube channel as well? Can you say my name? Bo Fo Fo Show. Doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it? Bo Fo Fo Show. Thank you. And I live in Newfoundland. Wow. Okay, that's pretty much the other side of the world from Thailand. What time is it in Newfoundland at the moment? I have no idea. I know the UK is 7 hours behind Thai time, so I'm presuming you're maybe 12 hours behind me, which would make it about 7 in the morning, I'm presuming. I was born in Manila, but I transferred to Cadiz City. Ah, is that Cadiz in Spain, or is there a Cadiz City in the Philippines? I'm not too sure. Bofofo Show, subscribe, awesome, I appreciate that. Please go and check out my new video. I was just telling people about that in the chat room. I just released a long video about a very disappointing hotel stay in Pattaya. It's 8:37 or 8:38, okay, 8:07 p.m. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze, excuse me. No, I'm not. Am I going to sneeze? No, it's gone. There is a Cadiz City in the Philippines. Ah, okay, I didn't know that. Where is Cadiz City in the Philippines? Is that in the north or the south? Is that on Luzon Island? In fact, why don't I check it out on Google Maps? I've got my laptop open here. I'm going to check it out. Have you lovely ladies subscribed to my YouTube channel as well? If you haven't, then please do so. Please make sure you check out my new video as well. Oh, Cadiz City. So what part of the Philippines is this? I don't know what island that is. I'm just trying to have a look. Cabancalan City, Negros. Is that the name of the island, Negros? I don't know. Oh, it's near Cebu. Okay, so it's in the south, basically. Good evening, no Leono, I think that says. It's 3:09 in Alaska. Wow. I think you're the first person that's joined from Alaska. Welcome. Welcome to my live stream. So my name is Greg, and yeah, you're watching G Like Travels. If you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Avery Joy says, I'm very sweet. I know. That's why I have no sugar in my tea or coffee. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. That is very nice. And Gina's Villa Lobos says yes. So, do we have any questions about living in Thailand? I've been subscribed in 2023. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Long-term subscribers. Please make sure you share my channel to all your friends and family in the Philippines as well. That would be much appreciated. I don't know if you've seen my videos when I was in the Philippines earlier this year. I went to Subic Bay, also went to Manila, and yeah, I pumped out a few videos whilst I was traveling there. However, they didn't get as many views as I hoped they would, which is, yeah, a little bit disappointing. Yeah, particularly the Subic Bay one, because where we stayed in Subic Bay was beautiful. You know, we were staying overlooking the beach. It was really, really nice. And my brother was subscribed in 2020. Excellent. Get the whole family to subscribe. Yeah, I was wondering if you speak different languages. Yes, I can speak quite a few languages, actually. I can speak French. I can speak Italian. I can speak some German. I can speak intermediate Thai, very basic Arabic, and very basic Tagalog as well. Yeah, learning languages is something that I really enjoy doing. Kamusta na po? What else can I say in Tagalog? Salamat po? I can't think. Yeah, I can speak a little bit of Tagalog, but not loads. Thank you. Thank you, Avery Joy. I mean, because when I go to the Philippines, like most people speak, yeah, really good English, so there's no need to speak Tagalog. However, in Thailand, there's a lot of people who don't speak English, particularly outside of Bangkok, outside of, yeah, the main tourist areas. So, yeah, you really need to learn Thai if you live here. And Gina says, my older brother just subscribed today. Excellent. The more, the merrier. Yeah, how many subscribers are we on now? We are on, I don't know how many we're on. I have to go to the YouTube studio. Just bear with me. 1,160. Yes, get in there. So, yeah, that has been increasing. So, yeah, let me know, guys, if you've got any questions about living in Thailand, about traveling to Thailand. That was the aim of this live stream. However, it doesn't seem that many people want to ask me about that. So why don't I let you guys what's kind of going on with G Like Travels at the moment. So yeah, we've got some exciting things coming up for the channel. So at the moment I'm in between jobs, so therefore I'll be able to do quite a lot of filming. Yeah, content creation, I've been, yeah, doing that more regularly. I've been doing the live streams more regularly. So that's good. I've also been invited to be on a collaboration for unique generated content, whereby I'll be invited to go to hotels, to, yeah, luxury villas, to video them, and yeah, then I will get a discounted stay or a free stay, and yeah, I'll get an opportunity to review somewhere on my channel. So Gina says, I sent this stream to my besties and family. Excellent, yeah. Tell them all to join. Come and join us. Can you speak Spanish? I can speak a little bit of Spanish. It's not very good. Hablo un poco de español, pero no muy bien. Una cerveza, por favor. ¿Dónde está la playa? Yeah, my Spanish is a little bit, yeah, rusty. I learned Italian, which is similar to Spanish. But yeah, there's a bit of a difference as well. And I know that Tagalog is very similar to Spanish. Like, ¿cómo está na is similar to ¿cómo estás? how are you in Spanish? So yeah, feel free to test my languages. I do love learning languages, and I can speak quite a few languages, albeit not perfectly. Hablas español, Avery Joy? I mean gob. I'm not sure what you mean there. Good God. I understood that. But I mean gob. So that means you meant to say good gob. Gob in English slang means mouth. I'm not sure if that's what you meant. 3 of my besties just subscribe. Excellent. Thank you, Ginez. Really appreciate that. Job. Aha. Okay, okay. And do you guys have YouTube channels as well? Or do you prefer just to watch YouTube as opposed to making stuff? Excellent. The number of subscribers is going up and up. Please tell your friends and family to check out my latest Pattaya Hotel video as well. So it was a rather disappointing, kind of hotel. So yeah, and there were rats involved in the hotel stay as well. So it was not very nice. Yeah, please make sure that they hit that like button, that subscribe button, and to comment as well. I have good news. Oh, what is your good news, Ginez? Please feel free to share it with us. I have some news as well. I have to go. Bye-bye. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Avery Joy. Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. You have a great rest of the day, and I hopefully see you in the next live stream. And what about Ginez? What news do you have? Okay, bye-bye. And welcome if you guys are new to this live stream. My name is Greg and you're watching G Like Travels. So yeah, in today's live stream, we are going to have a Q&A about living or traveling in Thailand. If you've got any questions about living here, you're thinking of moving here from abroad, feel free to ask me in the chat. And Gina's just mentioned, my family agreed to subscribe to you. Excellent. I hope you have over 100 members in your family. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that is good news. I think this is the most number of subscribers I've got from a live stream, ever. I normally get, a couple of subscribers from each live stream. But yeah, the more, the merrier, as they say. Because for me to monetize my channel, I've got the necessary, I have a minimum, 1,000 subscribers. I'm well over that. But you also need 4,000 hours of watch time, which is quite a lot of hours. And I'm just about halfway through that. So I'd appreciate if you guys could watch my videos, like them, comment on them, and share them, to boost the watch hours. That would be super duper appreciated. So, is there anybody else in the room who would like to introduce themselves? Feel free to comment in the chat. Let's see if there's anyone new in the room. Let me just scroll down. And if you are new to my channel, my name is Greg and my YouTube channel is G Like Travels. Please do go and check out my YouTube channel. So I like to review hotels. I like to travel around the world, particularly Southeast Asia and Europe. Show you interesting sites from different places and review hotels, guest houses, and anywhere else that I might stay. And I will tell you the truth. I will not portray a pretty picture just for the sake of it. If somewhere is not very good, I will tell you it's not very good. So then you know not to go and stay there. So anyone else new in the room who would like to introduce themselves, please feel free. Excuse me. Anybody in the room who would like to ask me a question? Neil Chalice, good to see you looking well, brother. Good to see you here as well, mate. How are you doing? Let's not talk about the football. That's the bottom line. So got anyone else in the chat room who'd like to introduce themselves? Please feel free. So the purpose of this live stream was to have a little Q&A about living in Thailand, about traveling in Thailand. However, that has not been the case so far, but so be it. We've got a load of new subscribers, so that's always good. Yeah. How is married life treating you, Mr. C? Hope it's going well. So, add a Q&A sticker. Shoes on the wrong feet. I don't get that. We won one. I wish we could win a few more. Well, we're getting Romeo back. That will be good. You know, add a bit of steel in the midfield. Yeah, and I'm quite surprised that we did beat QPR away. I did not fancy our chances. Yeah, at Loftus Road, to be fair. Yeah, what was it? 3 losses on the trot. Not good, not good. But yeah, it's nice to be back in winning ways. And we're above Pompey, I see. 1 point above Pompey. Let's check the whole table. So we're 19th. Fucking hell. That is not good. All is well, mate. We would love to come and see you in that beautiful country. You should do, mate. You should do. Did you not have plans to come and visit Thailand? If my mind can remember, if my very, very poor memory can recall correctly. Yeah, you should do. And this is coming up to the best time to visit Thailand. It's coming up to the high season, which means it's the weather is a bit cooler. The rainy season is pretty much finished now. Yeah, and this is the popular time because obviously in Europe, in England, the weather is shite. Yes, we did funds depending. Aha, yeah. Yeah, I get that, I get that. I mean, the main outlay you would need is obviously the flight. That's going to be, yeah, the main cost. And if you are not too fussy, you can get really cheap hotels here. If you want to stay, yeah, 5-star luxury, of course, you can pay 100 quid a night easily, or more than that. But if you want to get a half-decent place for 20 quid a night, that's totally doable as well. However, do not stay at the Jomtien Plaza Hotel, yeah, where we stayed at, which I just released the long video. Unless you like rats. Yeah, if you like rats, then it's the place for you to stay. So we've got anyone else in the room who would like to introduce themselves? Or do we have any questions about traveling in Thailand? We'll stay in your place for a couple of days. Mate, you could do. This is my son's bedroom, big double bed here. He never uses it. So there literally is a free room here for you if you wanted to. We've got a massive swimming pool, we've got a massive gym. So yeah, I mean, jokes aside, you could actually stay here if you wanted to. Having said that, hotels are pretty cheap here if you don't want to stay like in a 5-star Marriott type hotel. So welcome to the room, guys. If you are new, my name is Greg and this is G Like Travels. Please feel free to ask me any questions about living in Thailand, about traveling in Thailand. Are you an expat who has had enough of living in the West? You've had enough of the divisions in society. You've had enough of the crap weather. How much are internal flights from Bangkok to Koh Samui? They're actually quite expensive because there's only one company, Bangkok Airways, I think, that runs the flights from Bangkok to Samui. I think they're about 200 to 250 quid. I'm not too sure. But if you were to get cheap flights from AirAsia, you know, any of the budget airlines, you can fly to loads of other places. You can also fly to Suratani, which is just across the coast from Koh Samui, and then get a ferry. So yeah, it all depends. Like how much money do you want to spend? Like how much convenience or inconvenience do you want? There's lots of options. But I think, yeah, let me do a quick check. Flights from Bangkok to Koh Samui. Let's do December, because that will be peak season. Let's see what they say. I usually use Skyscanner to compare. Ginez, my besties all subscribe to you, and my besties are a lot like 20. Like, no way. 20 people subscribe to my channel in one go. That is amazing news, Ginez. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Tell them to like comment, yeah, as well, please. I'm not asking for too much, am I? Nah, I don't think so. Right, let's check those flights for Mr. C. And I don't want it in Thai. Right, Bangkok. All airports. Stop putting it in Thai. Fuck's sake. Samui. Huh? Koh Samui. Let's try that. Koh Samui. So why is it saying Samui International School? I don't get that. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not succeeding at this. Let's try another thing. Let's try Bangkok Airline, direct Bangkok to Samui, big promotions online. Okay, let's say you're coming on, I don't know, you're going to Samui on the 14th of December. You want to stay there for a week. You want to come back 21st of December. 2 adults. Search flights. Let's see how much it does cost. Yeah, we haven't travelled to Samui or Phuket, basically, because, yeah, we haven't had enough funds since we got here. How much is it? Ooh, $194. Oh, the cheapest one is $125, about 100 quid. Actually, that's not bad. Yeah, it's about 100 quid, I think, per person. I think that is. You get 20 kilos check-in baggage, 7 kilos hand baggage. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, 100 quid. Bosh, done, sorted. So, anyone else in the room who is new to the live stream would like to introduce themselves or ask me any questions about living in Thailand? You can ask about anything you like. You can ask about the food. You can ask about the weather. You can even ask about ladyboys. Not that I'm an expert on that subject, of course. What else could we talk about? We could talk about travelling by motorbike taxi through the Bangkok traffic. It's fucking nuts. Yeah, I got a motorbike taxi to a meeting earlier today. And yeah, it's just like putting yourself into God's hands every time. You're just like, yeah, please let me stay alive for this trip. Please let me stay alive for this trip. And I did see a little crash in front of me. One of the motorbikes smashed into the wing mirror of this car. Because the traffic is it's like a car park. Like, it's hardly moving. And the motorbikes are going between the cars. How have the locals treated you as a Brit? They treat me like a god. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, really good. Yeah. For the most part, the locals are respectful, polite. Yeah, really cool. The only issues I've had on occasions is with motorbike taxi guys. Yeah, like last week. And this is on a rare occasion, like maybe 1 out of every 20, 25 that I take. And I take them almost every day. This one guy took me, and it started raining just as we were, yeah, I was coming home from the SkyTrain, and then he was just driving like a twat, firstly, and then, yeah, he was like swearing at people in Thai, driving like an idiot. I was like, yeah, whatever. And then when we got here, it was pissing it down, so we were both soaked, and he was like, oh, I'm really soaked now, kind of implying it was my fault. And then I was like, yeah, I'm soaked too, I said in Thai, and then he was like, no, you're not. I was like, yeah, yes, I am. He was just a dick, and it really pissed me off. Sweet Pickle, welcome to the room. Dude, have you ever heard of the Lazy Peon? He is a gaming YouTuber, and he did exactly the same thing as you moving to Thailand. I have not heard of the Lazy Peon. My son might have heard of him, but I'm going to check him out right now as we speak. Lazy Peon. Sweet Pickle, welcome to the room. Where are you from, mate? The Lazy Peon. I mostly cover games of the multiplayer variety, mostly MMORPGs, whatever the hell that is. But sometimes you'll see FPS, no idea. MOBA, no idea. RPG, role-playing game, I know that one. Hola, Grace Mutoni. Hello, where are you lovely people from? Feel free to introduce yourself in the live chat. Where are you from? What are you doing? And do you have any questions about living or moving to Thailand? Gina's sisters just subscribed. Excellent. Are you looking for commission for each subscriber here? If you were, you would be in the money. No, I really do appreciate that, Gina's. That is much, much appreciated. My sisters, I like 4. Wow. Yeah, 4 sisters. Excellent, excellent. So that's Gina's from Cadiz City, if I remember correctly, which is near Cebu in the south of the Philippines. Do you get many foreigners visiting your city, Gines? Cadiz City? Bacolod. I've heard of Bacolod. I think it's because there was a hurricane or something there. I don't know. Oh, didn't you have an earthquake recently as well, Gines? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I feel so bad for the Philippines. You get all the worst natural disasters. You get the typhoons, the hurricanes, the earthquakes. I think you've even got live volcanoes, haven't you? So yeah, you get the brunt of it off the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, it's really bad. Luckily, that's one thing we don't really get here in Thailand. We don't really get typhoons or hurricanes. We get the odd earthquake, as you may have seen last, when was it? Was it April? I think we had that earthquake. What's been your biggest challenge since moving? Good question, Mr. C. Let me have a little think about that. What's been my biggest challenge since moving? I mean, yeah, without wanting to break my anonymity too much, it's probably, yeah, to do with Dr. Bob's friends, getting into the fellowship more here. Because when I first came here, there were a lot, the meetings I went to, there are a lot of older, kind of miserable American dudes, and I didn't really feel part of. So that's been a challenge. Also, but basically getting friends. My missus has loads of friends. It's so annoying. Like, she has loads of Japanese friends, loads of Filipino friends, like from her church. Yeah, from the school, she goes jogging with them, running with them every week. So she's got loads. She's got a Japanese friend who lives in our condo complex. But me, poor old me, no. So I think, yeah, finding new friends has been the biggest challenge. I did have work colleagues, but we wouldn't really hang out with each other after work. And I do go for a coffee with, you know, Dr. Bob's friends, as we like to say, now and again. And yeah, the population is very transient. So you might make a friend, and then they fuck off to Bali, or they fuck off to Australia. They travel somewhere else. So that's probably been the biggest challenge, I think. Yeah, son's integrated into school nicely. He's doing really well this year, actually. Academically, he is excelling. And Gines mentioned, in Manila, the people take advantage of the rain. They kind of swim in them, even the kids. Ah, so when it's flooded, they like to go swimming in the flooded streets, I'm guessing is what you're saying. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you might as well have some fun. I think I saw someone in a jet ski in one of the flooded rivers, flooded streets here. Yeah, and they flood really badly. Like, yeah, they will flood like pretty much 30 minutes of heavy rain. It's a foot deep. So welcome to anyone who's just new into this live stream. Please make sure that you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel as well, G Like Travels. And they dive into the water. Yeah, I've seen those kids swimming in the river in Manila. What's the river called? I can't remember. Taguig? No, I can't remember what the river's called. They're like in a swim. Yeah, exactly. They treat it like a swimming pool. I guess because maybe they don't get the opportunity to swim in a swimming pool. Anyway, has anyone seen my new long video? I tried a cheap hotel in Pattaya. Here's what happened. If you haven't seen my latest uploaded video, please do go and check it out. Please make sure you hit that like button as well. That would be immensely appreciated. So we got any more questions about living or traveling in Thailand, or anything else for that matter? Feel free to hit me up in the chat room. This is a chat room. What am I talking about? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. And you may notice that I'm not vaping as well. I haven't vaped for over a week now. Yeah, actually, vaping is technically illegal in Thailand, and you can get arrested for it, which I almost did. Yeah, check out my video for that. But yeah, usually if you're subtle about it, it's fine. Got to get back to work, dude. Keep doing what you're doing one day at a time. Awesome to see you, mate. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate that. Up the Saints. Yeah, you take care. Send my love to Debs as well. Robert Pord, welcome to the room, mate. You need to travel through Java. I have. Go and check out my video. Let me just get my content up. December 2023. I flew from the UK to Jakarta. I spent a couple of nights in Jakarta. Then I got the train from Jakarta to Yogyakarta. Yeah, can I put a link to that video in this chat box? Let me just try and do that. Give me a moment. What would you reckon? Sorry, what would you recommend me to see and do in Java? I've only been to Jakarta and Yogyakarta. I love Yogyakarta. That was amazing. Jakarta I like as well, even though it's a shithole. I like it. I like the fact there's not many tourists there. Yeah, it's good. I like that place. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. Mad motorbike adventure from Yogyakarta to Pantai Timang. Visiting, yeah, Borobudur Temple in Yogyakarta. And I have a short where I travelled the train. I'll just share this link. One moment. Let me go back to the chat. Yeah, if you haven't checked out my videos of Indonesia, please check them out as well. And then Ginez says, and in some floods actually destroyed some houses and kind of killed. Yeah, I know, it's really bad. Like the floods literally wash away the houses. Yeah, and people can die from that. It's very, very sad. I mean, I guess that's because the houses, I mean, that would be in the slums, so the houses aren't built from brick, mortar kind of thing. But yeah, it's not good. And it's always the poorest people that suffer the much. That's the worst thing. So yeah, I just sent a link to one of my Indonesia videos. Yeah, please do go and check them out. Continue on train to Banyuwangi. Okay. Hello from Indonesia, me Smile. We were just talking about Indonesia, funnily enough. We were just talking about traveling in Java. I'm going to check out, sorry, I've got an itchy nose, Banyuwangi. One moment, please, ladies and gents. Banyuwangi, East Java. So what is there to see and do in Banyuwangi? It looks beautiful from the picture I've just got up on Google Maps, to be fair. And that's just across the water from Bali. Yeah, that's what I'd love to do. I'd love to travel. Oh yeah, Selamat Siang. Is that good evening in Bahasa? I can't remember. Look up Lijen Crater. Okay, cool. I guess that's a volcano. Yeah, sorry, what was I saying? I would love to go back to Jakarta, travel by train across Java again, because train travel is beautiful across the island. Like, you go through the mountains, through the paddy fields. Yeah, it's stunning. Baik, apa kabar? That's about all I know in Bahasa, I'm afraid. Yeah, travel from Jakarta to Bandung, then maybe Bandung to Yogyakarta, and then maybe on Robert's advice, Selamat Malam. Is that good evening in Bahasa? I'm guessing it is, Selamat Malam. Yeah, sorry, then Yogyakarta to maybe Banyuwangi, then get the ferry to Bali and end up on the lovely island of Bali. Maybe Ubud, yeah, something like that. It is, Selamat Malam, okay. Where are you from in Indonesia, me Smile? Very good language, thank you. It's pretty basic, to be fair. I know apa kabar, ako bule, selamat siang, selamat malam. I've just been taught. Terima kasih. That's about it. That is the extent of my Bahasa. But I always like to learn a few words of any language when I travel to that country. So, do we have any questions about traveling in Thailand or Indonesia, or living in Thailand, moving here, or anything around Southeast Asia? Or is there anyone in the chat room who would like to introduce themselves? So Gina says, and tomorrow we will face the biggest flood ever. Oh dear. So it must be still raining a lot there, or is there a typhoon or a hurricane coming? Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, my prayers and thoughts will be with you, you know, and the people who are, yeah, suffering the most because of that extreme weather. Yeah, it's not good. Anybody else who would like to introduce themselves? And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, guys, please go and do some. Is Thailand in rainy season now? Well, technically, no. But the last couple of days, it's been raining a lot. I think today's been the first day that it didn't rain. I think 2 days ago, it rained torrentially for about 3 or 4 hours, and there was, yeah, quite bad flooding the next day. So fingers crossed, it's the end of the rainy season. It becomes really inconvenient when it's raining here, as you probably know, if you live in this part of the world, because it floods very quickly. The traffic, yeah, grounds to a halt. If you're going to work, it's a nightmare. But usually it rains in the evening or afternoon, so it's normally when you're coming back from work. Gina says, they already passed by us, but luckily we survived. Good, I'm glad to hear that. That's the name of the game, survival, isn't it? So anyone else like to introduce themselves in the chat room? I'm just having a little fiddle around with these emojis. Anyone else there got any questions? Want to say hello? Otherwise, I don't know what to talk about. I need some direction from you guys to give me, you know, some basis of what I should converse about. Otherwise, I just talk about complete and utter nonsense. I'm Aussie. I live in Banyuwangi. Ah, Oz a 2, Java a 9. You. Okay, so you mean you give Australia 2 out of 10 and Java 9 out of 10? I'm presuming that's what you would mean. On that basis, I would give the UK maybe a 4 out of 10. There are some certain things you do miss, yeah, from home. Not a lot though. Java, I would give, yeah, an 8, yeah, solid 8 out of 10. I mean, it surpassed my expectations, that's for sure. I mean, the train, for example, going from Jakarta to Yogyakarta was amazing. It was so modern, it was so cheap, it was so fast, it was so comfortable. You couldn't fault it, you really couldn't. I think I only spent about 20 quid, 20 pounds, yeah, to travel. It was like, I can't remember how long it was, 4 hours, maybe? Yeah, I mean, it just puts British trains to shame, which are super duper expensive. They're always late, they're always overcrowded. Yeah, you get a lot of undesirables on them. So yeah, I would give Thailand overall probably an 8 as well. And then Gina says, but there's a family that 10 of their kids died. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. And his wife died in the flood, but the husband didn't want to accept it. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised the husband didn't want to accept it. I mean, who could accept that kind of loss? That is not nice at all. That is horrendous. Yeah, my thoughts and prayers go out with them as well. 4 out of 10 for UK. Oh my gosh, how many years you been away? What is that? Is that too generous? Or... yeah, probably too generous. I don't know. Especially with the current situation in the UK. Yeah, maybe that is a bit generous. But you know, there's little things you miss, like family. Sometimes you miss wearing a coat or jacket, but it doesn't last for long. That's for sure. Do not miss the cost of living and the miserable people. Not everyone, but a lot of people are very miserable. I'm surprised you only gave Australia a 2 out of 10 though, because Australia has a lot of plus points that the UK doesn't have. Like beautiful beaches, good weather, yeah, beautiful nature, yeah, things like that. Right, guys, so if there's no one else coming into the room, I am probably going to wrap up the chat here. My English friends seem to be a -7. That will be a bit too harsh for me. Yeah, there are some good things to talk about, to say about, yeah, living in the UK. Particularly if you've got a lot of money. that definitely helps. Right, anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up the chat here. So it's been a 45-minute live stream. That's about my limit of attention. But yeah, thank you for everyone who's joined. Yeah, big shout out to Gines, who's joined from start to finish. Thank you for joining, Roberts, and anyone else who I've missed. Yeah, Neil C. Let's see who else we can shout out. Grace Matoni, Avery Joy, and I'm sure there's a few other people. I can't see where you are. Yeah, thank you very much for joining. Okay, you have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Okay, bye for now.